I don't know about you, but my Bible says nothing of an ecological conversion. It's a spiritual conversion. And I don't know since when did we decide that we needed to reference both the Bible and the Quran in the same sentence. On the second topic of the meeting, reconciliation. Again, here's where the dots get connected. Through intercultural dialogue, President Barroso underlined the importance of combining freedom of expression and respect for other faiths in an attempt to soothe both Islamic outrage in recent years and others' fear of Islam. Islam today is a part of Europe. One should not see Islam as outside of Europe. We already have an important presence of Islam and Muslims among our citizens. Mr. Barroso said, adding that the interfaith dialogue proved that the preachers of a clash of civilizations are wrong. Excuse me? I'm a preacher and the Bible teaches that there's a clash of civilizations, and it's not wrong. The Bible and the Quran clash. And guess which one's wrong? It's not the Bible. The Grand Mufti of Bosnia-Herzegovina, Dr. Mustafa Kerik, pointed to the EU's policy on Turkey. This connected yet another dot. Following this logic, Europe has to prove that Islam is part of Europe by not delaying the acceptance of Turkey to the EU, the cleric said. Really? You know, up to this point, Turkey has been denied membership in the European Union. And this has been interesting because Turkey is listed in Ezekiel 38 as one of the nations that forms this Muslim alliance of nations and attacks Israel in the last days. So it's all coming together. But see, I never was able to really make the connection. And why was global warming the topic of the day globally? Every nation. Well, now I understand. It's to bring every nation together under one banner, and now I see how it is that global warming is fast becoming the catalyst to bring the religions of the world together. The big three, if I can call them that, Judaism, Christianity, which really in the form of Christianity as the world understands it is Catholicism, not us, and Islam. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And really, if you go to Israel today, you find these three major world religions housed in this little place we call Jerusalem. On Friday, the Muslims worship. On Saturday or Shabbat, the Jews worship. And on Sunday, the Catholics worship. So you have the Friday people, the Saturday people, and the Sunday people, as they're called. So why this is so interesting and why I believe this is such a fulfillment of what the Bible says will take place in the last days is that the Antichrist will be revealed, unveiled after the church is removed, according to 1 Thessalonians, and he will rule the world with a one world government, a one world religion, and a one world economy. So what that means is that all of the economies of the world have to come together, surrendering their economic sovereignty, if you will. Have you been watching the economy in the United States of America lately? Yeah, not a pretty picture, is it? And it's getting worse. I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade, but it's getting worse, and it's going to get worse. But what's striking to me is that the Antichrist does not set these up. All he does is flick the switch. In other words, when he arrives on the scene, it's already wired and ready to go. So Now I see how the global warming is going to be the catalyst that will bring all the world together. Because we've got to save the planet. All the world's religions together. We got to save the planet. And all the world's economies together. We got to save the planet. Well, what does the Bible say? The Bible doesn't say we're going to save the planet. In fact, the Bible says that the planet is not going to be saved. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. I don't know about the Quran. I don't even remember when I've read the Quran that there's anything in there that says, save the planet, save the whales. I saw a bumper sticker the other day that said, save something. Listen, save souls. We need to save souls is what we need to do. Well, John in his first epistle recorded in chapter 2 verses 17 through 19 said, the world and its desires pass away, but the man who does the will of God lives forever. Dear children, this is the last hour, and as you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come. This is how we know it is the last hour. 1 Corinthians, the Apostle Paul, chapter 7, the second part of verse 31 said, for this world in its present form is not going to be saved. It's going to pass away. It's going away. It's going to be destroyed. That's what's happening. We already know the future, and we know who holds the future. In Peter's epistle, his second epistle, chapter 3, verses 10 through 14, he says, but the day of the Lord will come like a thief. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed by fire. And the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. Since everything will be destroyed in this way, what kind of people ought you to be? You ought to live holy and godly lives as you look forward to the day of God and speed its coming. That day will bring about the destruction of the heavens by fire, and the elements will melt in the heat. But in keeping with his promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth, not a remodeled earth, a new earth, the home of righteousness. So then, dear friends, since you are looking forward to this, make every effort to be found spotless, blameless, and at peace with him. We are fast moving to the fulfillment of all that which was foretold, not only by the prophets of old, but even in the New Testament. These things must come to pass, that the end might come. So it's happening, and we're seeing it be fulfilled. And one of the reasons why we go through Bible prophecy updates every Sunday is because of the effect that it has on us. As Peter just said, the one who has this hope, what do? We do business with God. We get our unfinished business, finished. We live pure lives. We live holy lives because we're readying ourselves for his soon return. So when he does come as a thief in the night, it doesn't catch us off guard.